supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over first and
so here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
a loss of 6 yards.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Carrier brought down at the 35-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Ball carrier.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he fires one, but incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Lions will take over. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 39.
He's brought down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
you were Othello?
Not a good one.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to... And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. This is Hightower. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 34. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the 2nd half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the 1st half.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Houston Texans matching up with the Las Vegas Raiders. So with that, let's get you right back out for the 2nd half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Fights loose. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The end result, 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd down, it's Banks. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level. How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Hightower, and he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Pushing foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it, and this time it results in an interception.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And this is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Detroit.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half. So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On 2nd down now, it's Walker. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time
okay, I'm make sure y'all can hear me.
This magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously.
For football, yeah.
He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third.
Well, I can't do nothing right now, man.
He's gonna loft one.
I can't do nothing right now. Give me 1 second. I'm in my...
Able to push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time
oh my God, now Juicy Fruit hurt. Are you freaking serious?
we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that.
You stupid.
Really leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headline.
Dang. Well, this is over. Them niggas ain't hurt Juicy Fruit, man. God, dog. Oh, boy. I'm not even going to let him play the rest of the game. Just sit down and rest, man. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to need you next week.
Points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, give me that. Oh, my God. Oh.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy.
Yes, sir. This game is about to be what they call over. Let's go. I need to start rushing with this dude from now on.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving
Yeah.
in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds.
It probably wouldn't be a good idea to put sugar in that thing, man. I think that would probably be a horrible. Yeah, that sugar get in them pipes. It's over for you.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the return here will go to the 31.
Yeah.
They always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Look.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And room there to work it inside the 25. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, they're starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the fourth. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Second and 4.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead is down to 11 at 28.
It was probably about 3 or 4 people out there. But, yeah.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick.
Yeah.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none.
You get up. If you got to get up close enough to punch somebody without a mask on, what do you think gonna happen when they get on you?
Stop short of the 35. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans.